The parties are telling that they will rebuild, they will come, we will build. Rebuild means they have to change the faces. They have to change the corrupt leaders. They remove the corrupt leaders. The old guard is not enough.
Hello and welcome to the gist for StratNews Global. This is Nayanima Basu. I have with me today Mr. Vijay Kanta Karna. He has been a diplomat from Nepal, someone who has been watching the India-Nepal ties grow over the years, and also he was Nepal's ambassador to Denmark. He's currently the Executive Chairperson of the Center for Social Inclusion and Federalism. Welcome to the gist, sir, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much, Nanima, for having
Thank you
me
so
with you.
much. Thank you. So it's good to see that you are joining us from Kathmandu. Currently, if you can tell us what is the situation there. We know that the curfew has been lifted and there's a new interim government under Prime Minister Sushila Karki. So what is the environment right now after what we saw happening in the last couple of weeks, so to say?
Look, last 1 week, the Prime Minister has been appointed. On the Friday night, she has been, and Saturday, I think so, and Sunday, she has already taken the ministry. And the first 1 or 2 days, she visited hospitals, meeting the wounded, meeting the victim family, so and talking with the different JNG groups, talking with the different stakeholders, talking with the government officials, taking the stock of, I mean that the deconstruction or whatever the destroyed property, state property, private property, and just 3 days back she has appointed three ministers, and the key ministers has been appointed, one for infrastructure, one for law and order and home ministry, I mean that, and the law and justice ministry. Third is the finance ministry. It shows the priority of the government. The finance secretary, finance minister, home minister for the law and order, and then infrastructure. So it's a it's a I mean that the government has been trying to recollect many things, because these are the civil society people. All the two people are very experts on their areas. Finance minister is our former finance secretary. He has a very high credible. I mean that, uh, and another one, the Kulman Gising, who is our NEA managing director earlier. So he knows the everything. They have been working in the government since 30 years.
Right.
So they are the capable bureaucrats and technocrats. And Home Minister, he has been fighting for anti-corruption campaign for a long time, filing PIL in the court, and several years he has been working on the anti-corruption movement. So they are all capable. He is a very good lawyer, and so they are all capable. Minister has been appointed, and the Prime Minister, has interviewed by some media, she is very told that the
Right.
next,
Right.
she will
Uh,
be inclusive people, experts, independent people. She will be choosing from different parts of the
mhm.
country. Yeah.
Sir, I'll come to that, and also the fact
And
that how the interim.
yesterday, all the martyrs' body has been last rites performed at the Pashupati Arya
Yes.
Ghat, and today government has declared as a holiday. I mean that to mourn in the honor of the those who sacrificed for the country. So today is in our country is a mourning day today.
Right. Right. So just wanted to understand. I know I'll come to the fact that what the interim prime minister and her cabinet is probably planning. But if we can take a step back, last week around this time, we were seeing how Nepal was burning, and every kind of democratic institution there, from the parliament to the Supreme Court to the president's house, all were being targeted. Hotels were, completely charred. And of course, there has been ousting of former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. But at the same time, as you were saying, today is the day of mourning. We saw more than 70 young Nepali Gen Z protesters have, laid down their lives. So, do you think the sacrifices that have been made, this kind of, although it was a limited revolution, I would say, but I'll still call it a kind of a revolution. Do you think that in this current scenario, how difficult will it be, A, for the interim government to rule? And if we can take a step back, what exactly happened? Was this expected? Was this building up for a long time in Nepal?
Look, it is some of the criminal elements take over in the our Gen Z. Gen Z's movement was basically to pressurized to for the anti-corruption and good governance in the countries and create employment, create I mean that and against the social media. They were not in favor of destroying the public property. But some criminal elements, some other elements entered in the in the on the first day of the movement, Gen Z at the 2 p.m. asked their all colleagues to return back to home. On Tuesday also, at 12:30 or 12, they said that let us go back home. This is not our job to destroy the public property. So they
Mhm.
have been opposing all this, whatever happened. So it's a complete failure of our security system, which in the 24 hours, the country has been destroyed. So almost many vehicles, public property, private property has been destroyed. So I don't find any role of this JNG in this all this. I mean that the destructions. So this is a very new type of development in my countries. I have never seen such things in such a quickly planned way. So it's a subject of investigation. I think that the Prime
Right.
Minister has, yes, he promised that there will be investigation about that. There are large number of footage available, and the police working, and maybe our police officials and the government will be able and commission will be able to find out and bring them before the law. These
Right.
are the basic.
Correct.
So it's a as you said, this is a big challenge. It's a not over the night. Today, the last week on Wednesday, the situation was something very volatile. Tuesday and Wednesday were Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday was unexpected thing happening. Tuesday was the whole destruction day. Whole destruction day. The way
Mhm.
the buildings were and the people are burned
Right.
live in the houses. There are people, young workers in the department store. They burn life. They because of the you burned the department store. They were in the third floor, fourth floor, and they couldn't come out, and they died. So yesterday, day before yesterday, died bodies are burned bodies are bring it out. So it's
Right.
more than 75 people died till now, and
Right.
number may increase. I don't know how much.
Well, I'll definitely come to that, sir, because we've been reading reports from Nepal that, this is the handiworks of some outsiders. But this Gen Z protest per se, was this expected to happen? Since you are from Nepal, sir, uh, for India, of course, for neighboring countries, it came as a sudden shock because former Prime Minister Oli was just in China attending the SCO summit, and within a few days we saw this happening. So was this kind of writing on the wall? And when you talk of these outsiders, who are these outsiders, do you think? Because We are reading all
Look,
kinds of under the
so I
benefit.
don't think there is any foreign elements involved in these things. This is
Okay.
entirely homegrown. My understanding is that it's very easy to blame foreign countries immediately,
Mm-hmm.
which many of the international media, even some Indian media, also blaming. Some said Americans' hand, some says Indian hand. This I don't find
China
because of
hand.
because these medias are not, they don't have any reach out to the this Gen Z group. They never met them. What is going on inside our teenager group, our younger generation? Even for me, it was surprise for me that such a large number of class 8 to 12, and I mean that the undergraduate students come to the street. Those who never thought of to go to the vote even, so how can they come for the protest? I have never, even in my mind, I know such a mess created by the political parties and start looting the state property, distributing distributing money, state treasury for their families, for their kins and kids. Their children are enjoying in the America. They go for honeymoon in the Maldives and different pleasure trip. They don't have to work. They enjoy it with the high profile restaurants in Kathmandu and foreign countries, and the posting their picture. But those who are the needy people, those who are paying the taxes, they are left out. Poor, younger generation, they were not involved in the whole political process. So it is revolt against the 35 years of misrule, corruption, loot by all major political parties.
Mm-hmm. Sir, if I can ask you now, why was Prime Minister Sushila Karki chosen? I know of her, of course, she has a very, very bright career and, a record very clean. But then again, there was this controversy that we were hearing about the dissolution of the parliament and how that had happened. So, if you can tell us, why did she emerge as this chosen one by the Gen Z president and the army? And also, uh, what are the challenges do you see now in front of her as this interim government?
Look, why Susila Karki has been selected is a very simple thing. When she was serving as a Chief Justice, she was very popular.
Okay.
She is our first woman Chief Justice of this country. And in judicial history of 70 years, she has been the first woman judge who became the Chief Justice.
And
And
now the
after
president.
retirement from the judiciary,
Hmm.
she keeps speaking against corruption. She
Okay.
keeps speaking anomalies. All the wrongdoing by the political leaders or the government, human rights violation, rape cases, if there is anything reach to the younger people, you can find Susila ji, our present Prime Minister, in several days in the street. So she worked with the younger generation. She went to support the rape victim. She went to support the, there is a one cases which was a, I mean that the high number of interest rate given in the rural areas, and large number of people became looted by the, in the village areas of the 36%, 54% interest rate. So she reached to the these people also. When the sugarcane farmers could get their money from the sugar factory, she reached to them also. So she has been active in all this front, working with the civil society, human rights, anti-corruption body. So her face is very popular among the everyone. So for me, this is not, for me there is no surprise, because she has been working, and this is not the things that she has done started after retirement.
Hmm.
Just telling you, she is a fighter of democracy. She stayed in India while her husband is in exile.
Yes.
She's the when she was a lawyer, she keeps fighting for democracy and human rights. So she has a passion to work for the people. So that's why even during her tenure as a judge and chief judge, she has several verdicts she has made to for in the interest of the common people. So that's why everybody knows the Susila Madam.
Hmm.
If you see,
Right.
ask these younger people, Sushila Madam. Now they are calling her mother.
Okay.
If you see the day she took the oath, many of
Hmm.
the younger generation put their head on her feet. I have seen that video and all. So she is popular among these all young people,
Right.
and she keeps fighting. So she is a fighter. For me, she is a old generation Gen Z. For me, and that's why she has been in one go. Everyone was talking Sushila Karki, and this
Hmm.
is a common understanding. Not only Gen Z. If you ask the lawyer, if you ask the doctors, if you ask the people like us, everybody says our selection is perfect.
That's good.
So
So, again, I mean, good that you gave us a picture of how popular she is in Nepal and all the kind of commendable jobs that she has done. But do you think now that she's chosen her cabinet, and I'm sure that's going to expand in the coming days, um, will she be able to steer Nepal towards a kind of stability? Because now, of course, I would not like to draw a similarity, but then, like Bangladesh, you also have an interim government now, and the questions arising, like in the case of Bangladesh again, when will be the next election? So, what do you have to say to all that?
look, she has been continuously speaking about election. Maybe she could not able to have election in 6 months, but in 8 or 9 months there will be election in these countries,
In
and
eight
they
or
are
nine
committed
months?
for the election. Yes, because 6 months is not possible. There are
Okay.
some practical reason to
Why do you say
prepare new
that?
voter list, to create a functional government at district level, at local level, and then at provincial and national level.
Hmm.
Who conduct the election? You need judges to be sit in the proper court. So it needs 2 3 months to recollect and create a functional government. We don't have proper functional government at the moment. Everybody is trying to from which sources documents can be printed, create a file at the court, missile, all the police are working on that, home ministry, supreme court, law ministry, everybody is working. But this is not going to happen over the night. So it
Right.
takes time for preparation of a country where we have to start from the trash. So
So,
it
right.
needs a
Right.
and I think that the yeah, I can understand there is a big challenges for her and her government. But level of support from the younger people and even the matured people, civil society, I think she will be able to successful, I mean, the free and fair election within 8 or 9 months, I can say.
Okay. Well, point noted. So you think that in 8 or 9 months, Nepal can see elections. But again, the question is, do you think that the communist parties again will be allowed to, contest in the upcoming elections? And also the fact that we are hearing some of the communist leaders are again talking about the fact that we'll come back, and we'll not only come back, we'll come back stronger. We are going to build our offices in a more grandeur manner. So how do you see that? How do you see people will be viewing all that?
I don't think that any party is going to be banned in this country. No organization in our constitution, there is no provision of banning any political party. So there is no provision, you cannot ban the political party in this country. The political party is all be there, as Home Minister yesterday told to the media, the party will come. But one thing, the parties are telling that they will rebuild, they will come, we will build. Rebuild means they have to change the faces, they have to change the corrupt leaders, they remove the corrupt leaders. The old guard is not enough. They need to create a clean passage who can govern, because this happened. Our 75 people died because of misrule, because of the loot of this old guard. So it needs political party to change themselves, not only leadership, their structure, their working style. They have to learn lesson which they never learned. For me, in 2005, the same thing they promised. In 2005, when King took over, they said, no, we will come, we will rebuild. Yes, they come back. But this time it is something different.
Mm-hmm.
It's the younger generation challenging you. And these younger generation, who never, very few of them are going to vote. Now they are talking about to vote, to register as a voter, to elect the good representative. So they have a big challenge from the younger generation. Many of the party cadres resigned from their rank and file. I've seen several social media posts where the UML and Maoist Party, Nepali Congress, youth organization said that now we are defunct the organization, we dissolved the organization, we don't have any relation with our mother party, we are independent people. So
Hmm.
they have to change themselves in real term. If they can change, if they can come with the changing mind, if they come to serve the people, they may come back. Whether it is Communist Party or Nepali Congress. But they have to realize this one. Why it happened? Because of their mistakes, their adventurism, their actually misrule over the 35 years in this country.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
this is what, yes, Communist Party or Nepali Congress can come back. Yeah, there
Okay.
is a chance of them to come back. And
Mm-hmm.
you know one thing, for democracy, they should come. They should come, but they should come in a changing voice,
Right.
changing mandate,
Mm-hmm.
changing agenda,
Mm-hmm.
not something what they did. They have to realize first, and they should face the court,
Hmm.
because Nepal government is going to constitute a commission to investigate the property and the
Okay.
corruption cases. So they
Mm-hmm.
have to face the charges.
Mm-hmm. So interesting that you said this is a democracy in which all parties will be allowed to participate in the upcoming elections. But of course, there will be investigation and other things. But what happens to the constitution also? This is the 10th year of Nepal's constitution. We saw the kind of turmoil it has undergone, but at least for the 10 years, the constitution survived. Do you think this will remain, because we are also hearing certain demands coming from certain quarters that the constitution might be again promulgated, and there needs to be change in the current constitution?
I don't think the constitution, as my understanding is, as I have seen the Prime Minister and other, there everybody is talking about the constitution to be placed. As my understanding, under the constitution, Madam Sushila Karki has served as a Chief Justice and Judge. So
Hmm.
I don't think the C wanted to replace the constitution. If we going to replace the constitution, we will go for longer transition period than conflict has started. So I don't think that the Nepal is heading towards any constitutional changes. If there is any changes required, these people must go to the people, public, get the mandate and change by two-thirds in the parliament. There is only a way out. At this moment, interim government does not have any mandate to change the constitution.
Right.
And I don't think it is acceptable to the people, because the constitution has been declared by the Constituent Assembly. This is first time in Nepal have constitution. Earlier, all constitution were coming through the king.
Hmm. Right.
So now this is the people's constitution. So it's I don't think that there is a, at the moment there is no chances of changing constitution. Yeah, maybe after, there are several demand. You are right, to make the prime minister as a elected prime minister, elected
Yes.
president. People
Hmm.
are talking several things. make
Hmm.
the another issues are raised that the MP should not be appointed as a minister. So people are, yeah, they should be, I mean, concentrate in the policy making, in the parliament law making. So there are several demanded, but the things this is not right time to change the constitution.
Correct.
All parties, including Gen Z and other new parties, go to the public. They get the mandate. If the people support their mandate, they will change the constitution by two-third majority.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting. So you make some very valid points out there. Now, if I can shift the focus a little bit to your neighbors, right? You of course have an India. You also have a China. Now, coming to India's role, I'm sure you recently heard what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said when he visited the northeastern state of Manipur. Is the fact that Nepal is one of our close and trusted friends, and we will always be on the side of Nepal.
हिमालय की गोद में बसा नेपाल भारत का एक मित्र है, करीबी दोस्त है। अंतरिम सरकार की प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में पदभार संभालने पर 140 करोड़ भारतवासियों की तरफ से श्रीमती सुशीला जी को हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। मुझे विश्वास है कि वे नेपाल में शांति, स्थिरता और समृद्धि का मार्ग प्रशस्त करेगी।
How is the Gen Z? How are they viewing this? What is it that you make of this statement from Prime Minister Modi? And of course, I would like to
As
know
my
from you the
as my
reaction from
understanding,
the
as my understanding, Prime Minister Modi's statement from Manipur is widely listened in Nepal, and it became a very quickly viral in the social media, and people consider it as a very positive statement. There are three things Prime Minister said. One, that the trusted friendship series. Second thing, Prime Minister, I mean that the applauds the Nepalese people that you have selected a woman Prime Minister, which is a far-reaching impact for the gender and social inclusion, which he mentioned in his statement.
yes.
Third things, he said that the Nepal is a trusted friend and Nepal and India always ready to help in any course of time. So, and this is a very good statement. People consider it as a positive, and I hope as India in almost every time when Nepal is in crisis, India is always stand with us, whether it is 95, 50, 1990, or 2006, or 2015, and today. So I hope that the both the government will be discussing. I don't know, but maybe I have seen that yesterday Ambassador Naveen Srivastava, Indian ambassador to Nepal, was visiting to the Prime Minister and talking about it. Of course, I hope that they have discussion on it. So how can India help Nepal in this point? And at this hour, we need India's supports immense to conduct free and fair election, to conduct, I mean, the constructions of the government building and the law and order. So it needs a lot of support from India. We need it.
Hmm. Interesting you say that because what we are hearing mostly is the fact that India should stay away. There is a lot of anti-India sentiments also going on, as always it has been in Nepal, unfortunately. But people are saying that India should not interfere in our upcoming elections and all that. What do you have to say
And
to this?
India should, yeah, I also agree that India should not interfere in the election, but India should support the for free and fair election, which India has done in the past also. During first C election, second C election, the last two parliamentary election, they support through vehicles, they support through election process, material, training, many things they have done it. By the even the election commissions of India has sent some experts to Nepal. I know all these things that happen. So I think that the India, not only India, no country can interfere in our election process. It should be independent, it should be free and fair.
Hmm.
So, but We need international support in the conducting the free and fair election. At the moment, our economic condition are not sufficient enough to spend such a large amount of money to conduct the election free and fair. It is very difficult. So yes, some people are trying to do something, divert the things. What's India role? What's US role? But in the larger interest of the people of Nepal and India, I think Indian government should support the Nepal in this time of crisis.
Right. And sir, of course, my last question, I know it's a very busy and difficult time for you. How do you see reactions coming in from China's side, of course, which is your another very big neighbor, and you have some very large scale projects going on that. I mean, your former government was you had certain projects of the Belt and Road. Also, Nepal is a crucial part of it. And also, on the other hand, you have the Americans, although they have not made any statement per se. But how do you see this kind of the geostrategic space to be played out?
Uh, as my understanding, Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs has made a very positive statement supporting, congratulating Prime Minister, and it takes time to send their congratulatory message. And as the Chinese do earlier. But I think that the China has been our active development partners. So we need Chinese support in this election process to rebuild the government offices, private sector, investment, several things. And the same way we need supports from US. US is a very our biggest development partner at the moment, and US support is very eminent in that. And same way European, UK, EU, all the members countries and those who are even Norway, is Switzerland, they are all our development partners. They are helping us in conducting election long time. So I think that these are the countries, those who are our development partners: India, US, China, UK, and all European countries. Nepal needs these countries' support at this hour, and I think that I was listening to our finance minister, he said this one. So this is a time for international community to help Nepal's democratic process so that we can conduct election in a time and the new government will be in place for functional government.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for giving us all those points.
Thank
So
you.
that was Mr. Vijay Kanta Karna, a veteran diplomat from Nepal, telling us that probably the elections there will be coming up in the 8-9 months. However, it is very crucial to have international support to uphold some of the democratic principles there. You were watching this interaction on the Gist on StratNews Global.